Sup, y'all? Bring you guys another video. So, if you guys didn't know, Esports Boxing Club recently posted up the second episode of their fighter announcement show. If you guys don't know, it looks like they're doing it weekly. They will be announcing fighters that will be added into the game, and holy cow, man! Holy cow! It was premiered live 40 minutes ago at the time of making this video, and oh my goodness, man! The fighters they announced into the game for this week, oh my goodness, the list just continues to grow. So if you guys don't know, I made a video talking about the list. Here it is, list created by Michael Benson on Twitter, who writes for Talk Sport. He created a list that includes all these fighters. I made a whole video about it. You can go check it out. That's the title of the video. I'll put a link in the description below. But now they recently added more fighters. Now I created my own list for it, of the fighters they announced, and oh my goodness, man! In this second episode, they announced all these fighters. I'll go over each one of them, but holy cow, look at this! How many fighters is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 fighters they announced in this second episode. And as you guys can see, the list is nice, man. The list is very nice. Oh my goodness. I'm just super excited. I really am. I'm really super excited for this game. Super excited to see what what they'll do with all these boxers in the game. And let's go over it. They started off kicking off with Vasyl Lomachenko. That's something to be excited about. I see a lot of comments saying, "Where's Lomachenko? Where's Lomachenko?" Well, here he is. He's now in the game. High-tech Lomachenko, former top 3 pound for pound, just lost to Teofimo Lopez, who, by the way, will be back this summer. Lopez and Lomachenko will be back this summer. Not fighting each other, but they'll be back this summer. Lomachenko is in talks to fight Nakatani. And they announced Marcus Maidana. Man, what's up with the box rec? Oh my goodness, why did they use this box rec? Come on, box rec, why this photo? Look how old he is in this photo. Well, Maidana, you've seen him in there against Floyd. You've seen him there against Broner. We all remember that fight where he gave Broner his first loss. And he's added into the game. They also announced Hall of Famers like Vinny Paz. Vinny Paz, he had a recent movie that came out. I can't remember who acted in it, but he had a movie, and he'll be added into the game. We have also Ray Boom Boom Mancini in the game. I didn't know he retired in 1992, man. I wasn't even born yet when he retired, but he's somebody that a lot of people looked up to back in the day, I guess I should say. But yeah, he's been added into the game. We also have Frank Bruno in the game. Oh my goodness, man! Just the names. It's just crazy the amount of names they added into this game, man. Lost to Mike Tyson in his last fight. Crazy. We have Marco Antonio Barrera, a legend, one of the greatest from Mexico. He'll be in the game. Érik Morales, who is also one of the greatest from Mexico, he'll be in the game. We also have Nonito Donaire, one of the greatest from my home country, the Philippines. I made a video saying that they should add more Asians, and here they are. They're adding Nonito Donaire, one of the best from the Philippines, my home country, number 2 all time in my list from the Philippines, and I'm excited to see how he'll do in this game. He is, after all, was in the previous Fight Night games, so it's nice to see that he'll be in this game as well. They also announced Viddal Riley. Viddal Riley is very well known here on YouTube. If you guys don't know, he has a YouTube channel here on YouTube. He trained KSI. I think people know who KSI is, right? And he'll be added into this game. I recently just saw a comment from a couple days ago saying that they hope Viddal Riley will be in the game, and here he is. He's in the game. So they've also added female boxers in the game, and they added one of the greatest, the GOAT, Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields is the undisputed champion at 154, was the undisputed at 160. Only champion to ever do it in 2 different weight divisions, and she'll be in the game. Jessica McCaskill, who's the current undisputed at welterweight, she'll be in the game. She just defeated Cecilia Breakhouse in the rematch to solidify that she is truly the welterweight champion, truly the welterweight undisputed champion. And yeah, she defeated Cecilia in that rematch. And Cecilia, speaking of Cecilia, she'll be in the game too. Cecilia Breakhouse at 39 years old now. Yeah, who knows what will happen in her future, but I'm excited to see how she'll do in this game. There's other boxers I honestly never heard of, like Jelena Mrdjenovich. Honestly, I have no idea who she is, but she'll be in the game. We have Badr Hari. Excited to see how she'll do in this game. Been a fan of her for how many years now. Looks like she's set to fight Jessica Cameron this April. I didn't know that. Chantelle Cameron. I think Cameron. That's Cameron. I think that's how you say it. She'll be in the game. Honestly, I have no idea who she is, but she's from the UK, so that's exciting. We have Franchón Crews-Dezurn from Baltimore, Maryland, the great state of Baltimore. You've probably seen her in there against Claressa Shields when she had her pro debut. Since then, she's actually done pretty well. Since then, I think there's a famous clip of her of losing her wig during a fight that went viral on social media. But in the end, man, she's a champion, and here she is. She's in the game. We have Terri Harper, who's also a champion, 11-0 from the UK. Excited to see how she'll do in this one, or excited to see her playing her. I don't know why I keep saying how they'll do, but I'm excited to play them. Excited to play all these fighters, man. We have the super bad, newly crowned champion Seniesa Estrada, 20-0, 8 wins count by way of knockout TKO. We also have Alicia Napoleon Espinoza. She's in the game. Excited to see how she'll do in this one. Lost her last fight. She lost her last fight against Aline Cederos. Did I see that fight? I remember reading about it, but she lost that one. And we also have Sulem Urbina, who is from Mexico. I follow her on social media, and she lost her last fight against Marlene Esparza. But them being added into the game is exciting, man. It's very exciting times that we have for the first time female boxers. I mean, they already announced a few female boxers prior to this, but it's just exciting to know that there will be a lot of female boxers in this game, and I can't wait. Cannot wait. So they also announced a bunch of fighters from other sports that are gonna be in this game, like Cris Cyborg, who is well known from MMA. She's, I believe, the current Bellator champion, and she'll be in the game as a boxer in eSports Boxing Club. Um, to my understanding, she does have some experience with boxing. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm excited to see try her out in this game. Can't wait. Can't wait. They also announced Badr Hari. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I had no idea who this guy was. I had no idea who he was, but apparently he had a total of 106 wins according to Wikipedia. 106 wins and 15 losses in kickboxing. That's insane, man. That's insane. I had no idea who he is. But he's from Morocco. And I'm excited to see how they'll implement a kickboxer into the game, into a boxing game. So I'm looking forward to it. It's good to know, man. I'm learning stuff. Learning stuff about other boxers and other fighters. They also announced Florian Marku, who, I mean, I know who he is because I've seen him fight in the undercard of a few of the matchroom events over in the UK, but I didn't know he's actually a kickboxer to begin with before he went into boxing. Or I guess before he got more focused into boxing. I think it shows his pro kickboxing record right here. Only has one fight though in 2014. So I don't know. I don't know why he's considered a crossover fighter, but he'll be in the game. Florian Marku. And we have also Cédric Doumbé. Am I pronouncing that right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Apparently, he's also a great kickboxer, with, according to Wiki, with 75 wins and 7 losses and 1 draw. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea who he is either. Well, obviously because I'm more of a boxing guy, but I didn't know. Man, I need to follow more other fights. I mean, other combat sports, because apparently these guys are big names. Cédric Doumbé and Badr Hari. Apparently they're big names. Apparently, I mean, looking at the reaction of it on the chat, the live chat, while the episode was going on live, a lot of people seem excited. I'm more excited for Cris Cyborg though. I mean, I really want to see how she'll, how they'll implement her style into a boxing game, and I look forward to it. And so they ended the episode announcing a bunch more fighters from different parts of the world, like Patrick Teixeira from Brazil, former champion at 154. He just lost his title against Brian Castaño back in February of this year. So he'll be in the game. They also announced a bunch of fighters from Australia, like Billy Dib, who I'm excited to play. And if you guys didn't know, he's actually still active, still fighting in Australia, or he recently just fought in Australia, I should say, against Joey Bailon back in January of this year. So yeah, excited to see him in the game, as well as Lucas Brown, exciting heavyweight Big Daddy Brown, Daniel Gill, former champion as well. Man, it's like the amount of fighters they're putting into this game is just awesome, man. It's just crazy. So he'll be in the game. They also announced Badou Jack, originally from Sweden, who fights under TMT, the money team under Floyd Mayweather. He'll be in the game. Wilfredo Méndez from Puerto Rico will also be in the game. Janriel Casimiro from my home country, the Philippines, will be in the game. Man, yo, as a Filipino fight fan and as a fan overall as a sport of boxing, this is just insane of the amount of boxers that they've announced for this game. Insane, man, in a good way. Insane. I think they're nearing close to 200, and oh my goodness, man! And as the days go by, they're gonna keep adding more and more boxers into this game. They've also added Sergey Kovalev. He'll be in the game. Why are you cheating, Kovalev? You guys didn't know he was supposed to fight Beck the Bully, but it ended up not happening because Kovalev tested positive for a banned substance, and I think right now they're doing some more tests on him so that they can determine whether to suspend him or not. But yeah, he'll be in the game, and during the middle of their announcement, they announced a bunch of trainers that will be in the game, like Eddie Reynoso, Brian McIntyre, Joel Diaz, Robert Garcia, Buddy McGirt. So there'll be options in the game where you can hire them, and they can help you out leading up to a fight. Helping out if you play My Career Mode, I believe. They'll help you out in preparation for the fight. So I wonder who'll be the most expensive. Definitely Eddie Reynoso. At least in my mind right now, Eddie Reynoso is probably the most expensive trainer in the game. I think so. I mean, with that Canelo beef, man, that Canelo beef gives you superpowers. So Eddie Reynoso is probably the most expensive one out of these five, in my opinion. So yeah, then we move on. They announced more boxers like Joe Smith Jr., who he will be fighting soon, possibly becoming a champion against Maxim Vlasov for the vacant WBO title. We have David Lemieux, who will also be added in this game. His fight recently just got postponed. We have Paulie Malignaggi, the Magic Man. I wonder, man, I don't know why they had to fire him from Showtime, man. I think he was a good commentator. It's ridiculous how they had to fire him, or they had to keep him. Or I don't know what the reason was, but he's no longer commentating for whatever reason, and now here he is in the game, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited. We have Diego Corrales, rest in peace, Diego. A great fighter during his time, and yeah, he was in Fight Night, so no surprise that he'll be here. I'm excited to try him out in this game. And lastly, they announced George Kambosos Jr., who will be fighting Teofimo Lopez this summer, possibly in June, for undisputed status at the lightweight division, and that's something to look forward to. So again, here's the list that I personally made. I was honestly just typing it out while the show was going on, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited to play all these fighters, to play the game. Thank you to Still City Interactive for taking their time to making this game. And I say take your time, man. Take your time, develop a perfect game. But I do hope they come up with a release date for early access. If you guys don't know, it is coming out on Xbox, it's coming out on PlayStation, it is coming out on PC, but it looks like their plan is to release it first on early access on Steam. If you guys don't know what early access is, it's a program that they have on Steam where they can put out an alpha version or a beta version, and people can play it while they develop it. We can buy it while they develop it. And they'll I think it will help in improving the game. I feel like people will buy it, people will criticize it in a good way, hopefully, and in a good way, hopefully it will help improve the game. I hope so. So I say go ahead and release it on early access as soon as possible, or I guess when they can. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more fighters being announced in this game. It's just insane, it's just awesome how the amount of boxers, the amount of fighters into this game, it just makes me more excited for it. This was the list prior to today, and it was already a long list to begin with, and now the list just got even longer, way longer, super long. um, yeah, I'll put the list in the description below, and I'll link this video as well in the description below. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.